Well, good morning. Welcome to the YouTube universe. And today is day 4 of our workout for the Fit Senior. Glad that you made it this far. Hopefully you've done them in order. Today is kind of cleanup day. A little bit of this part of the body, that part of the body, just to finish off some other things. And these are kind of the heavy-duty workouts that I put at the end of the workout. I start out on these videos that I'm doing for you to exercise, is I'm making them with keeping in mind that you may be doing the exercise with me alongside of it. And so one of the things that I do is in between each exercise, I try to talk for a minute and give you a break to recover to move on to the next exercise. Of course, if you need longer, you can pause the video. And very important to remember, we're working towards doing 5 sets. Every video that I do shows 1 set. So if you're doing along with the video, when you get to the end, rewind it and start again and do set 2, and then rewind it and do set 3. Of course, when you're first starting out, you may not be going that far. You may do 1 set and be thrilled with that, or a partial set. But so you're going to work on your own pace. But remember, as you progress, the more results that you get, the better you're going to feel. Okay. First exercise today, on heavy day, is going to be the bench press. Now, if you're working out at a gym, then I'm sure they have weights and they have a bench press bench for you to work from. If you're not working at a gym, you're working at home or in your office or in your garage or whatever, you may not have a bench press to work on. Substitute push-ups for that. And ladies, if you need to do the on your knee push-ups instead of all the way down to your toes, you can do that. We'll start with that and we'll take what we can get, and we'll build up from there as you get stronger and get more toned. But if you don't have a bench press, then you don't have to, you don't have to do that. You can do push-ups, and it's not exactly the same exercise, but it's close enough. It's going to really get you there. I personally used to do lots of push-ups, and the problem that I had with them was as strong as I got, and I've gotten to the point where I've done, in a workout, done 2,000 push-ups in a day. That's when I was working out twice a day, a morning session and an evening session, and 1,000 and then another 1,000. But the problem that I had was no matter how much I did it, the next day, my neck would have a terrible muscle tension headache and pain in my shoulders. And no matter how much I worked out and built up to it, it was always the same thing. When you're supporting your head for 500 or 1,000 push-ups, you're going to cause muscle pain in the back of your neck. And it's a pain in the neck, literally. So I prefer using the bench press myself. I don't do push-ups. Occasionally I might do a few push-ups, but I wouldn't do more than 25 at a time. It's just, I don't want to push it, because that pain, there's no sense in having long-term muscle pain. Being sore from working out, that feels good, but the stuff that hits you 24 hours afterwards and just leaves you with a nagging headache, that's not worth it. So I don't do it for that. My bench press here, I have weights at 120 pounds. Now some people say, oh, come on, 120 pounds. Well, it's because I do these for repetitions. I do 8 repetitions or 10 repetitions and then 5 sets of those. So I'm doing 40 to 50 actual repetitions with 120 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lift. I've lifted this at 160, but I it's not a problem. But if I go to do full extension bench press with 160 pounds and I'm by myself, if I get to where I can't get that up anymore, I don't have a spotter. So, because I lift by myself. If you're working with a spotter, you can go for heavy weights, but I don't go for heavy weights because I don't want to risk damage. I'm doing heavy enough weights that it's a good workout, because I'm not trying to get my ultimate strength, I'm trying to get my ultimate fitness and my ultimate health. And that means you don't have to see what your max is. My max would be my body weight or something over that. But I'm 70 years old, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take the chance with that because I don't need to know that. If I was 20, back in those days, yeah, hey, look at I, oh man, I benched 180, I knew I could do it. I don't care to know that. It's not anything I'm trying to prove anymore. All that is risking damage to an old person, and we got to take care of these bodies now. So let me get started here. So, that's 10. Now, since I am the actor and the instructor and the cameraman, I have to rearrange the camera here. For the next exercise. All right, this will work. This will work just fine here. Next exercise is the squat, and for the last couple of years I've been doing these squats with the 60-pound curl bar on my shoulders. But I discovered something pretty recently while I was getting ready to make these videos, and that was that when I did the squats with the 60 pounds on my shoulders, and I was doing 20 repetitions, so I was doing 5 sets of 20, so it's 100 squats. That's what you look for, is 100 squats a day. But the problem was that I was dealing with the weight, and I just wouldn't go down to where I wanted to be. So I thought, I'm going to increase the number a little bit and leave off the weights, because I mainly want to work on form, especially if I'm making videos and people are going along with my videos. So this is an unweighted squat, just body weight. And I'll take it from there. You can do it different ways. You can do it old school with your hands out. You can have your hands to your side, or you can put them on your waist a little bit high up here so they're not interfering with the hips. And this is really good for the lower abs and for the glutamus, and for legs overall. Also, you don't want to lean forward on these and really get your shins going like this. You want to try to keep your shins more vertical, like this. Just not doing this. Don't do it from your toes. Do it from your feet, okay? So, 25 of these squats. Ready? 1. Yeah, that's easy. 2. Burns at the end. 3. 4. 5. Yeah, you want to really stick your butt down there towards the floor. 6. 7, and 8, and 9. Legs should be at least parallel with the floor, or maybe even more like this. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Try to keep your back as vertical as possible. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I know many of you have dark out by now. Just hang in there as long as you can. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now, 25 good for one set. 5 sets will be 125 total repetitions. On these squats, you should feel the burn here. Want to recover a little bit. Moving on to the next ones. But this will really give you some results pretty quickly in your muscle development and in firmness. We don't like the jiggly stuff. We want to be able to firm up, and that's what we're doing here. It comes from muscle, which you want to develop. Fat you want to get rid of, muscle you want to develop. And that's what we're doing here with this. I'm going to adjust the camera. This next exercise, it's important that you're focusing in on the toes here. All right, looks like that'll have toes in the picture. The toes, nose. All right, these originally, when I learned these exercises in elementary school PE, they call them toe-ups, and that's a misnomer to call it toe-ups. It's actually, the correct term would be heel raises, because the toes don't go up, toes go down. And this is going to be working the calves, these muscles here. And this is a two-headed muscle. There's one head here and one head here. So we have to split this up to develop all the calf. And the calf, I like to point out, is one of the best muscles that you really want to develop, male or female, is the calves, because in modern day polite society, there's one big muscle that you get to show off in public that you're not expected to mostly cover up, and that would be the calf muscles. And you want to have strong, shapely calf muscles, you have to do this exercise. That means there's some repetitions. Yes, each set is going to include 100 reps on these. And we look at our toes to see the 3 different ways that we do the exercise. Now, I'm going to put this on, and this is where I'm squared, where I'm lifting straight across my feet this way, like this. But we're going to do one with the toe in more, the first exercise. And yeah, I'm using this just to keep my balance here. We can see we can stretch like that, really pull the calf muscles here like that. But we're going to go up and we're going to roll to the toe like that, and then back down. And this is the big toe, and back down. And then, after we finish that, we're going to shift to toes out, and we're going to roll to the little toe, and back down, up, and back down. And we're going to do 33 of each of those, and then that leaves 34 left. We're going to square off the toe right in the middle of the block here. These are regular yoga blocks. And we're going to lift big toe to little toe, straight even across. And we're going to do 34 of these repetitions. So, let's try it here. Toes in, rolling to the big toe. 1, 2, we don't want to bounce, we want to lift and drop. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You should start feeling some burn now. 21, 22, to the big toe. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Then to the outside little toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it's burning. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. And then we'll square off the toes. And we got 34 of these. 1, 2, all the way across the foot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's getting hot in there. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's really burning. 31, 32, 33, 34. That's 100. Oh, okay, you do that and you can really feel it back here, which is what you want. And remember, we're not doing one set, we're doing 5 sets, so it's going to be 500 of those heel raises. All right, now, one last exercise. If I can line this up, all right? Okay, I think that will work. We're going to do this last exercise. I was going to say, for a long time, in my young days, I was a runner. I ran on the track team in high school, and then after I finished college, I started jogging back in the 70s. And at one point I lived with an apartment that backed up to the city park that had a track. So in my backyard I had a running track, and I did a lot of running. And boy, was I skinny. I could wear off muscle faster than you can imagine. But I started having problems with my knees. And this was before I even turned 30 from this running. Finally, I stopped it. I had to stop it because it was an asphalt track, and I was wearing running shoes which had very little padding in them. And I was really good at running, but I was starting to have a lot of trouble with my knees from that. And so I gave up that high impact aerobics and running because I wanted to preserve what I had left in my knees for as long as possible. And same thing, I also had a lot of problems with my ankles from running. And I had a lot of pain in the ankles, and There were times when I thought, oh, my ankle's gonna give out, or I just kind of go side-footed sometimes. So I gave up the running. I do walking, but I don't slam my feet down walking. It's a lot less impact on it. And nowadays, if I want to do some stretching and aerobic exercise, I use the Gazelle. It's right here next to the tripod. And I use that for stretch and a little bit of aerobics, but I don't do much aerobics anymore. But it's low impact, or really no impact, on a Gazelle. It's good for things like that. It's not going to do damage. But these exercises, like I've been doing, the heel ups and the squats and the leg exercises, all what these do, if you do them right, and don't do them with real super heavy weights, is it helps you to build back that cartilage. My knees hardly bother me at all. This one knee, I get a little bit of a creaking sound from it when I get up at night and go into the bathroom, because it's used to laying down, and then I put weight on it again. But it doesn't hurt, it makes a little bit of a click, and that's about it. And my ankles are really strong. They don't bother me on anything. And that's the other thing that comes from doing, over a long period of time, doing this resistance training, strength training, is you are going to build back up the joints in your shoulders and in your elbows and in your knees and in your ankles and in your hips. Hopefully you haven't had to go through replacement therapy. Hopefully you can, before we do that, we can get to where we fix these things up. But these exercises, as long as you don't do it beyond the limit, you are actually doing yourself good, because you are helping repair old damage and being stronger to face it and not have more problems. All right, so now I'm going to finish up. The last exercise here is going to be the crunch. And people have varying views on the crunches, different ways to do it. You don't want to hurt your neck. You don't want to come away with a headache from it. So we don't do much on that, in that area. We're just going to crunch. I don't use this to support myself. This is a weak little thing. I just use this just to keep form in on this. This is some sort of Keys ab roller sort of thing I inherited from somewhere. And I'm not sure where I got it, but it works well for what I to do, which is just to keep me in line for the squat, the crunch. And the idea is to get your back up off of the ground and keep it up. Don't put it back down until you're done. You're supporting everything with your stomach muscles. All right, bend your knees and get that pad squared, and then you just go to it. 1, 2, see my back doesn't come back down. 3, 4, 5. It's all isolated into the abs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can do these all day. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, back never touches, 24, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 59, 60. You keep the tension on the abs. 61, 62, 63, 64. Can't ever relax on it. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. You start to feel burned. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh yeah. And while you're doing those, you can do it without losing your count, just think about how good your abs are going to look after you get used to doing 500 of these in a workout. So, that's the resistance training. I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4 days of training in these videos now, and use these. You want to do this and then go over, start over, do it again, do it again. I'm going to do more in the scheduling about this, but I like to do these because they're hitting different muscle groups in consecutive days. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And then after that, you might want to take a break and do your one workout that I like to work in during the week is I ride my bike to the playground where we saw our first video, and I do my pull-up workout. Yeah. That where I'm doing 10 pull-ups, and then I rest for a couple minutes, and then I do 10 more pull-ups, then I rest a couple minutes, and I do 10 more pull-ups, and then one time I got to 4 sets of 10. Usually it's 3 sets of 10, and then a set of 8, and then another set of 8, and I gradually build it back up until I reach a total of 50. 8 more, 6 more, 4 more, and then, all right, that's 50, now I can go home, and I ride home. And that's a workout in itself, because I live a couple miles from the park, but I live in a place called Beverly Hills, Florida, and it's rather unique to the state of Florida because mostly Florida is a flat swamp. There's no topography of most of Florida, but Beverly Hills is actually in hills. It's not mountains, but it really is hills, and there's like a couple hundred feet between the top of the hill and the valley in between the hills. And they're kind of steep little hills, grades for Florida. So riding 2 miles on a bicycle isn't a whole lot of workout, but riding 2 miles, and some of those miles are going up pretty steep hills, and you've been doing 50 push-ups or 50 pull-ups, that gets to be a pretty good workout. And I like my gym, it's fun, I'm used to it and everything, but it's nice to get out and see the world some too. So you may want to have a regular couple-mile course that you walk one day of the week. Maybe you bicycle, different things you may do, play pickleball, play tennis, things like that. If you're involved in that, or if you have golf days or things like that. So find some other creative stuff where you are burning calories and you're working your muscles, and most of all, you're being active, okay? So I hope that these videos are enjoyable for you, that you will get out of it what you put into it, and you put in a lot, you can get a lot out of it. A lot of people have fought many different ways trying to lose weight and have been able to do it. If you follow the directions on the videos on the series that I have here, you will lose weight. And we want to make this a lifestyle so that you lose the weight and you keep the weight off and you're shaping up and you're getting healthier every day. We don't need to get older, we just need to get healthier. All right, so thank you for watching. Watch these again, tell your friends about it, like and subscribe, and I wish you the best of luck in your efforts to be a fit senior. Bye-bye.